Hello everyone, my name is Paul. Welcome back to A Common Touch of Fantasy. Today is my must-read recommendation, or put it at the top of your TBR list. We'll call it a TBR topper. And that book is The Paper Menagerie by Ken Liu. This is a collection of short fiction. There are mostly short stories in this. There are a few novellas, maybe a novelette in there. I'm not so sure because of the whole length thing. I don't know. But anyways, this was just fantastic, and I think that if you want to try short stories, or if you have this and have not read it yet, that you should just go ahead and read this. This was fantastic. The reason why I love this so much is because Ken Liu tells these stories that really connect emotionally to the reader. For me, I connected so much to all these characters because he focuses on the emotions that these characters have. The fantastical elements, the science fictional elements are in kind of the background, and he's really focusing on the emotions of the characters and also the historical facts of his story, because he likes to mix historical fact with the fantastical to tell a story that allows you to learn a little bit about Asian culture, specifically Chinese and a few Japanese culture stories in here. And that is just fantastic because as a Westerner, I don't really read a whole lot of science fiction or hardly anything from China. And learning about their history, learning about their culture is always super interesting to me. I absolutely loved this book. The short stories in this were fantastic. Some of my favorite were The Perfect Match. This is like an internet AI service that kind of pushes you to make certain decisions. So everyone is using this AI, and basically it's telling you what to do and what to talk about when you're talking with individuals and people, and you're really not carrying a conversation with somebody. You're more talking about, a list of things that the AI tells you in your brain. And this really was interesting to me because it really made me think about what type of things are my own thoughts and what things are so influenced by the internet and what other people are saying. And it makes me realize, I need to have my own opinions about things instead of just regurgitating what other people are saying. The next one that I really loved was The Regular. This is a novelette type story, and it's in the future where it's commonplace for people to have robotics in their brain. And this is like a private investigative detective story, and she's trying to track down this killer that is killing prostitutes and selling their secrets to the black market, and he's blackmailing people. It was so good. If you like detective fiction, detective stories, check that out. The Paper Menagerie, which this whole collection is named after, was his Hugo winning, I believe, story. And this is about a boy that grows up with a mother that is from China, that is like a mail order bride, and she does special origami that comes to life. But he grows up and he kind of shuns her because of her background, and it's just a very moving, emotional story that I love. Mono no Aware, I read this a long time ago, and I read it again too. Fantastic story about the survivors from Earth that are going to another galaxy. Earth has been destroyed and they're trying to survive, and on board it's this man that's of Japanese descent, and he's trying to keep his Japanese culture alive even though they're traveling. The next one is The Man Who Ended History, a documentary. This was so good. We have gained the ability to see what really happened in the past, but that creates this international tension between nations because now we can place blame on certain people, and it just kind of rises up a lot of the past hurts that people have, and it brings it to the forefront, and it kind of deals with that. It's in this cool documentary style, and it's just a fabulous story. Other stories that I liked was Sumakram. This is about infidelity with simulations, state change. That is a story about life where your soul is attached to an object, and really makes you think about what objects in your life are really important to you and what's important in your life. And there's just a bunch more stories that is really good. Altogether, there were 5 stories in this that I gave a 5-star rating, 5 stories I gave a 4-star rating, and then 3 stories I gave a 3-star rating, and then a couple others that I gave a lower rating. But because of all the 5-star ratings and the 4-star rating stories, this was just a fantastic collection of stories that I highly recommend. Put it at the top of your TBR. If you have it, I highly recommend you start it. If you're looking to get into short fiction, this is a great place to start. Thanks for watching. This is my must read of the month, The Paper Menagerie by Ken Liu. Thank you.